for approach.
Jerico Stewart. He's in and out of prison more than half his life. He's got no impulse control. He's unable to calculate the consequences of his actions. He has a total lack of empathy for anybody or anything. He feels nothing.
It seems like a delicate balance because you have a hero who is also the villain at the same time. Can you tell me about finding the right tone where you're rooting for the guy even though he's doing some bad things?
Well, I guess that's kind of becoming a theme of my movies. When you trying to look at imperfection of people or anti-hero, what kind of characters they are, there is always kind of elements that you need to find that the audience can relate to. And for me, Criminal was just almost like a test, like it was a test for the government. Can you take a monster and eventually, create some kind of a empathy or emotion connection to them?
I got the script, I was intrigued by it, hadn't done a thriller for a while, met Ariel, the director, absolutely loved him, and I thought his energy and his whole take on it was just, it won me over.
This script came to me and I thought, I don't know why they want me to play this. I mean, the movie that they'd seen was Draft Day, so the leap that they made from Draft Day to this guy with holes in his head and stitches in the back, down his neck, and very ultra-violent when he felt the need to be, I'm glad that people think I can do these things. And he is very unpredictable.
Draft Day, I don't see the connection so much, but it reminded me kind of Perfect World.
Perfect World, exactly. And I think, Mr. Brooks, although he was a family man, I play a serial killer in 3,000 Miles to Graceland and things like that. This guy, is a very violent person put in an environment where it's like he's in another country too. There's a lot of things that are confusing for him, and to wake up, have a completely different look, and yet, so it's a big concept movie. It's a big leap of faith, right? But movies do that, and so did we. But I tried to ground him at every moment, either as the criminal or as someone who was using the instincts off of somebody who had CIA abilities.
For a while, I got on this thing of villains, and I look at me and wonder and scratch my head and go, how would anyone ever cast me as a villain? But people say to me, well, they cast you because you're really good at them. But I got on this thing for a while where I was being typecast, and that's all eventually that's all that I was being offered. And that, I made a conscious decision to stop that. I wanted to sort of turn that ship around, and it wasn't easy. It wasn't overnight.
There's also an element of it that reminded me of Frankenstein.
Well, obviously that's the theme of taking somebody that is lifeless or emotionless and bring him life and emotion. Like any big monster movie, basically, that's the whole idea. But when it comes to real life people, it's much easier for us to say, no, I don't want anything to do with this guy. And then go through the journey, you learn that you can actually see in anybody, no matter who is in front of you, your biggest enemy, there gotta be some positive side.
I don't think we have to make everybody perfect. My character's not perfect, but I don't think they want to maybe make him feel, as off. But that also helps why Gal can be attracted to me just a little bit, mostly because she's close to the idea that Billy's the closest thing to her, so to speak. But those were real kind of human moments that I identify with.
There's too many lives at stake. They don't matter.
They do to me. They messed with me. Thought they knew what they'd get. But they were wrong.